Hi, welcome to Making a Better Me Day 176 update. Today was a Monday and a wet, chilly day considering it's June 25th, 26th, whatever it is. Just a cold, chilly day, not a pleasant day at all, and not typical for this time of year. I don't think, it could rain certainly, but I would think that it would have been warmer. It was only about 12 degrees, I think was the high today. So just not really a pleasant day. So needless to say, we did end up canceling our agility class for tonight, which usually does take place on Monday nights. We are going to try to reschedule it for Wednesday night this week. It looks like it's going to be an okay day tomorrow and quite a nice day on Wednesday, so hopefully the field will have dried up and we'll be able to have something to do that night and run a class. So we'll wait and see. But hopefully that will work out. It does look like some of the students can at least come that night. There are a couple that can't, but we'll have to just do the best we can with that because unfortunately the weather hasn't been cooperating very well with us for Monday nights the last couple of weeks. Because of not having class tonight, I did do a couple of things differently. And one thing I do want to mention after I do talk about my day today, there's a couple of other topics that I want to touch on briefly, things that I just thought were interesting to note today. So stay tuned towards the end of the video and take a listen at those things. You may find them interesting, I think. So one of the other things that happened tonight because of that, we had a little more time at supper time, so when I get home there was really nothing planned. Leanne had a busy day doing her return to work today and got quite a bit done. Just a busier type of day for her, and so she was a little later getting home, and so we just didn't have a chance to get some supper ready at a normal time. So when I got home we decided, you know what, let's make pizzas. Let's make some mini pizzas. So unfortunately we didn't have all the ingredients. So what I did is I got Leanne started on some of the things that we did have, and I ran to the store. And when I got to the first store, they didn't have everything I needed, so I had to go to a second store. But anyways, when I get home from that, we did get a chance to finish those up and get them made. And I thought they turned out actually quite delicious. I really enjoyed my pizza tonight. I thought it was really, really good. After we ate our pizzas, we decided to go visit Thor at the hospital, and so that was Leanne and Tamara and myself. We all went over for a visit. I will say she seemed a little bit better tonight than she did last night. Still maybe a bit confused on some points, but didn't seem as bad as yesterday. Yesterday she did seem quite confused. Now, for those of you that are in the Facebook group, you may have noticed a multitude of messages. So, she is still having some difficulty manipulating her phone properly, and I don't know if she realizes, all the things she's doing when she's using her phone. I know she messed up her contact list recently, had everything all messed up in that. She has had difficulty with texting and calling at different times. Sometimes she seems to be fine and able to do that, and other times she seems to be just completely incapable of handling that. So, I think she is having some ups and downs and some ins and outs with her mental abilities, probably partly due to tiredness, I think, at times, and just, probably I'm sure there's a number of other factors there. But she does seem to be progressing well, but still has a long way to go before she'll be able to be ready to go home. And I did talk about that quite a bit in yesterday's video, and I'm not going to dwell on that today, but we are a long way from her being able to go home. There's a lot of tests that she'll have to pass and show. She'll have to have proper supports in place at home before she'd be able to go home, and not just, oh, well, so-and-so's going to come over, or they can come over, or this person can stay with me, or that. There will have to be actual, legitimate, real medical supports available to her as needed at the time of discharge. So, there's quite a bit of stuff yet before she'll be able to head home, I'm sure. So that being said, after that we came home, and Leanne and I had started watching Toy Story 2 a while ago. It's a movie that we've been watching in preparation for our trip, and so we decided we'd finish that up. So we finished up Toy Story 2, which I really enjoyed. I think it's a really cute, fun movie. I actually think I like it better than the first one. We just watched the first one about a week or so ago, and I think I like the second one better. I really quite enjoyed it. Excuse me a second here. Back a while ago when I first started switching to water, I thought, oh, I'm going to buy some lemons and I'll add them to my water and it'll make it easier to transition. And I didn't really use them. So I noticed them sitting there and they're probably on their way to getting to go bad. So I thought, well, maybe I better use these up. So I cut up one and put a little bit of lemon in my water tonight. So it's quite tasty. Adds a little bit of flavor. I probably got more than enough lemon in that when I drained the juice that was on the plate from when I cut it up into the glass. So it's a bit tart, that water, but I don't mind tart. I actually quite enjoy the flavor of lemons, and if you told me to go suck a lemon, I'd happily do it because I don't mind it at all. Anyways, so after we watched the movie, I decided I would head down to the gym and do a little bit of cardio. So I did about 30 minutes on the recumbent bike, probably a moderate to intermediate pace, nothing too heavy, but still getting my legs going, my heart beating a little bit harder, burning a few calories, and I'm sure it's all good. So some of the other things that I wanted to talk about today is one of the things I decided I'm really getting excited and impatient, I guess, about our upcoming Disney trip. We are 13 sleeps away, and one of those sleeps will be happening as soon as I finish this video, so I'm almost going to say 12 sleeps away at this point. And I decided, what can I do to make the time go a little bit faster? So I actually decided to do a little a post of the day with a Disney fact for each day, and I'll share those facts in my video here as well, because I just think it's kind of fun and interesting to learn about Disney. And really, when you take a look at it, it's quite a fascinating place, and there are certainly many people obsessed with it. I've found several YouTube vloggers that I enjoy watching that are completely all about Disney, and just lots of articles and web pages and everything else about it. So I just think it's pretty neat, pretty interesting place. It's really quite phenomenal, all the things they do, and all the effort that goes into their rides and their shows and everything. Anyway, so the fact that I looked at today and I shared today is that Magic Kingdom, which was really the only part of Disney World originally in Florida, opened on October 1st in 1971, and the cost for adult admission was $3.50. Now, I don't know what that would be with inflation to today's prices, but I'm sure it's nowhere near I believe it's $116 for a single day adult pass right now. And the other thing that I thought was interesting is there were 10,000 people, just over 10,000 people actually, about 10,400 or something like that. I did see the exact number somewhere, but it was just over 10,000 people attended the park on that date. So that's, if you think about it, quite impressive. Now the park certainly wasn't what it is today, but certainly at the time I'm sure it was quite a marvel and quite extraordinary as well. But and I tried to compare that with a little bit about today, and when I shared that fact, a couple people questioned what is typical attendance a day today, and I don't know if I saw a daily average for the year, but I did see that the yearly total for the Magic Kingdom, and this is only the Magic Kingdom, is about, I believe it was 22.5 million. So if you think about that, and 365 days of the year, you're looking at 50,000 plus on average per day. I did read another fact there that says the Magic Kingdom's maximum capacity, so when they close the park to guests, is about 100,000 guests. Um, and I've been there on some pretty busy days, and I certainly wouldn't want to be there if there's 100,000 guests there. Um, I feel like the lines would be pretty extraordinary, and the crowds would be just unbearable. Um, and somebody had commented when I posted that, boy, I'd kill to go to the Magic Kingdom on a day when there was only 10,000 people there, and that would be quite a treat by today's standards. And certainly the $3.50 admission would be quite a treat by today's standards as well. But anyways, that was my fact for today. I'll share a fun fact each day until we leave, just to help build the excitement and keep it interesting. It is pretty cool. The other thing that I wanted to talk about that I noticed today, I saw actually Tamara had made a post, and she had a quote there, and I can't remember exactly what it said, but it said something about um, you know seeing the grass being greener on the other side, or someone else's grass being greener. And really, one of the things that that you need to look at when you're doing that is, why isn't the patch of grass I'm standing on green? And I'm sure that this, and then hopefully you all understand that this quote really isn't about grass. This quote is about relationships typically. So if you're looking at someone else and think, oh wow, look at them, they're amazing, they're great, whatever, or their relationship is great or better than yours or what you want, maybe you need to look at your own relationship and question, why is yours not as well? Is it because you're looking at or for something else, and maybe you need to spend a little bit more time nourishing your own relationship? And I think that's something that's very important. I think that's something that I try to be conscious of with my relationship with my wife Leanne. We are coming up on our 25th anniversary, which by today's standards is a fairly uncommon occurrence, and something that I'm pretty proud of. And I can honestly say I love my wife more now than I ever have. I love her more every day. I still find her insanely sexy and attractive, and she's, I don't know if I should say how old she is, but she's over 50 years old. So, and I think she looks fabulous. I think she looks great, and I just love her, and I want to be with her all the time and all that stuff. So it really is up to each person to nourish the relationship that they're in, and there's a lot of things you can do that to nourish your relationships. One is to be kind to your partner and loving to your partner. Be respectful to your partner. Those things go a long way. Tell your partner you love them and what you love about them, and let them know that you still find them attractive, or the things that attracted you in the first place, are still there for you if they're, or if there's something different that's, maybe that's changed, maybe there is something that's changed, but something new has kept you interested or attracted to that person. And it's important to let people know those things, and to help each other, and to support each other, and to just be good to each other. And I really think that that's one of the things that's missing in a lot of relationships today is people get frustrated easily, they get tired, and they snap at each other, and they one of the things, an old quote that I've heard in the past is, you always hurt the ones you love. And it's true. You take the people closest to you for granted, and because they're there all the time, you might snap at them and expect them to take that and accept that and be okay with that, because maybe you can't snap at the person you need to snap at. Maybe it's your boss or somebody else, and you really want to snap at them, but you can't because you might get fired. So you come home angry, and you might snap at your significant other, your spouse, and that's not okay. And it's something to really think about and be conscious of. When you're angry at the person you're with, or saying something not appropriate to them, why? Did they do something wrong, or are you just angry and they're there and you think, it's okay, or you might not even think it's okay, but it just happens and you don't really think about why it's happening. So that's an important thing to keep mentally in your head when you're dealing with your spouse and your significant other. That you have to treat those people good. The people that are closest to you, yes, they're there, and they should be there through thick and thin, and hard times and good times, but don't purposely make times hard when they don't need to be. So really, take time to love the person you're with, and let them know that you love them, and I think that's very important to building long-lasting, healthy relationships. So that was something I just wanted to share today. I'm going to try to add, little bits and pieces into my videos every now and then where I talk about things like that. I am certainly by no stretch of the imagination a counselor or therapist of any kind, but I'm just talking from the heart of things that I feel are true and believe, and things that I think that have helped my relationship be strong over 25 years now, over probably 28 years I believe now. So yeah, those are things that I think are positive and I wanted to share. Anyways, if you like this video, I think you should hit that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. If you have any comments, I'd love you to leave them below. Tell me about your stuff. I'd love to hear what your thoughts on any of the things I talked about tonight. Even Toy Story 2, whatever, relationships. What was the other? The Disney facts, things like that. Anything like that you find interesting or you want to talk about, leave that in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And last of all, please hit that subscribe button. Making this channel grow is something that means a little bit to me. I don't expect to have 1,000 viewers or anything like that anytime soon, or and maybe never. Someday that would be cool, but if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it is nice to have some new viewers now and then, and to sort of know that I'm reaching an audience and things like that. So if you get a chance to, if you like my videos or whatever, hit that subscribe button, and like I say, leave some comments, give me some likes on my videos, things like that. I always appreciate it. And if you're just new subscribing, you might want to go check some of my other videos. There may be some things there that you'll like. It's hard to say. A lot of the content is sort of my day-to-day life and things like that, but there are some other things smattered in there. One of the things that I have been lacking a little bit is leaving descriptions on my videos. I've been sort of using a real basic title, generic title, and I'm hoping to add descriptions to some of my older videos, and put in lots more descriptions as time goes on my new videos. And one of the things that we will be watching for over the next couple of weeks is some new Disney videos. I'll be certainly vlogging about my trip and our experiences as we spend our 25th anniversary in Disney World. And I think there'll be some really interesting content there that a lot of people hopefully will be interested in watching. Anyways, that's it for tonight. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.